Max is back. I love you people. Back to business as usual. Reaction continue. And today I'm going to speak about why public humiliation hurts more than betrayal. So today I'm going to speak about my Kizzo verse Davy Jr. A lot of things have been said. A lot of people have reacted on this video, and today I'm going to tell us what I'm thinking of and what made this issue to escalate. Yesterday or today morning, my Kizzo did a video telling his part of story. Davy Jr. previously did a live stream calling my Kizzo plastic, fake, then even calling him hater. And I'll be telling us how things started, escalated, and what does that mean, because before this we have been seeing my Kizzo being so loyal to Maro's family. When I'm talking about Maro's family, I'm talking about the entire of Odari family. Right now as I'm speaking, if there is somebody who is like the right hand man of Marwa, is my Kizzo. So ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time you're watching this video from. And today we need to talk seriously. Before that, I'm doing this video right from my construction site, and we're proceeding just fantastically well. Even though we take breaks, we do this. Actually, you know, when I started this project, I started like I told us I'll just take it slowly by slowly, regardless how many years this project will be taking or shaping out. I don't restrict myself because everything requires money. Like yesterday I was going around, you know, for those who have subscribed to Vibe with Lumumba, they really understand the challenges and everything that I'm passing through. Life is not easy, and that is what I can really tell us. Like yesterday I was borrowing here a wheelbarrow, yeah? Imagine walking from neighbor to neighbor, borrowing a wheelbarrow. I'm just told in hardwares in Kenya, wheelbarrow cost 4,500. But Maxwell Lumumba cannot afford that. So the only thing, I have to look the way I can cut costs. Like today, they're covering the well. They covered the, we call it the toilet hall. So that is what they did. So that tells us, because I couldn't leave this project in that way, because you know, when you leave a hole, you never know what will happen. An animal can fall inside. Person, maybe a drunkard, can fall inside. So you know, so that's the reason why I have to cover everything. But everything is working the way it is supposed to work. And before that, let me play these clips, then we dive deep into today's discussion. Stay tuned.
Just working on that, so let me go and pay him. And also guys, I've seen lots of you have been asking me what really happened between me and Davy. The reason why yesterday he refused to shake my hands. For me personally, for real, I can't say that this and this happened, because I don't know what happened. I've never had any issue with him, so I can't really have an answer for that. Maybe he can know better than me. Yeah, so what is going away to this other point? Yeah, I don't know, maybe the small project that I'm doing maybe can be making some people think that maybe I'm competing, or I don't know, for real. I don't understand. I don't understand. Maybe some people see that a competition. What really happened between you and Davy? Why did Davy say that you are a plastic? Yeah, because actually yesterday David did a live, and he was talking more of negative things about Mike, saying that Mike is a fake, Mike is a plastic, Mike is a hater. I'm sorry for you, brother. If you see me as a hater, I'm sorry. But I think all these things that we are doing, it is just by the grace of God. Yeah, everything that we are doing just by the grace of God. You should not call a fellow man a plastic, yeah? But those are bygone. Those of you who doesn't know what happened yesterday when we were in a certain party, just in the village. I tried to greet a brother of mine. Actually, I take him as a brother of mine, my younger brother, because he's still young. And maybe I just say that maybe he doesn't know what he's doing because he's still young, he's still growing. Maybe he has not experienced life. But for me, what I know is that if I greet you, me, I'm a person who, I'm your brother. We have stayed in the same house with you, Yesterday, I tried to greet you. You refused. I tried to call you. You refused. For real, I don't know what I did for you.
That is from Mike Kizzo's part, but this is the event that happened. What Mike Kizzo is talking about, the greeting incidents.
Another time again. Huh? And I come when you are leaving, brother. I thought that maybe we can sit down.
No, you guys enjoy.
How are you? Long time.
You guys enjoy. Mimi, I'm quite okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, look at Kizzo.
For you, you are not my friend.
What happened?
You are not my friend. Yeah, you are not my friend.
What happened?
No, I'm just keeping it real. He's not my friend. All right. People can't laugh with me on videos, whereas those are the same people who they want to pull me down.
That is what Davy Jr. did. Now look what Davy Jr. said in his own live stream.
This because I saw, actually, for those who watched the video, one of my video today, I said Mike Kizzo is not my friend. Should I address that so that you can get to understand what he did to me? Okay, because most of my fans, they just, float. They don't know what's on the ground. I said what I said. He's not my friend and you'll never see him close to me. Okay, for me, I never sugarcoat things. He's not, he's a fake, he's a plastic. I've said here. Take it or you leave it.
Take it or
and
leave
it's
it.
not like I'm being told. This guy, the same person who is fighting me, is the same person who is moving with, riding him on a motorbike, bring a lot. That's not me, guys. And if you want, I address it, I can address it. But he's not my friend, just know like that.
Don't address anything.
There is actually...
Just understand, he's not my friend,
There is
and
a clue
remember,
there.
It's not like what...
There is a clue there. The person who rides him on the motorcycle. So there is a clue there. And that is what is transmirroring, or this is what is happening. So let us now dive deep to today's discussion. It will be enjoyable. Stay tuned. Beautiful people, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another reaction video as always. And today I'm going to speak about Mike Kizzo and Davy Jr. For those who have not subscribed to this amazing YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe, like, comment and share this video to other videos. Remember to turn on the notification bell so that any day, anytime I post any video, you people get updated. Watch my videos from the start up to the end without skipping those ads that you see there. Let us show love to this YouTube channel. Let us like my videos. Let us subscribe. Together with, let us make Vibe with Lumumba YouTube channel become monetized. For those who want to track down my lifestyle, you want to see how Max Lumumba is engaging with people, just subscribe to Vibe with Lumumba. That is VIBES. And that being that, ladies and gentlemen, today we need to talk seriously, because what we are witnessing between Mike Kizzo and Davy Jr. is no longer a small misunderstanding the way people perceive it, because this thing has now become emotional, personal, symbolic and dangerous for friendship inside the YouTube space. The way I've told us right now, Mike Kizzo and Marwa, we know them as good friends. Even when Fala Fashion TV came to Kenya, the person who associated with Mike Kizzo was Fala Fashion associated with Mike Kizzo and helped him to purchase a good piece of land. And the reason why people like me, I'm going to react, and I'm going to react this one emotionally is because many subscribers feel they watch loyalty get repaid with humiliation. This is deeper than greetings. This is deeper than live streams. This is deeper than calling someone plastic, please. And people are now asking, what exactly did Mike Kizzo do wrong? And honestly, that question is becoming bigger every single day, because from the outside looking in, maybe many people are saying Kizzo looked confused, shocked, embarrassed. Imagine extending your hand to greet someone publicly, and then the person rejects your handshake in front of camera and people, then walks away. That is a sign, that is actually a big sign of public humiliation. That is not a small thing psychologically. So, especially in African culture, in Western culture, that is something that we are not supposed to take it lightly. A handshake is respect. Even in Kenya, we have seen so many handshakes. I remember in 2007, there was a handshake that came as a result of mediation between Raila Amolo Odinga and Mwai Kibaki. We saw that handshake, and at the end of the day, it brought peace. In the reign of Uhuru Kenyatta, we saw another handshake between Raila Amolo Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta. It brought peace. Then in this government, we have seen another handshake between Dr. William Samuel Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga before the demise of him. So that is what handshake means. So handshake means respect. Handshake is acknowledgement. Handshake says, I recognize your humanity. So when somebody publicly refuses your hand and say, no, 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 you are a hater, go away, that moment becomes symbolic. For those who understand, they really understand. So subscribers, don't forget such moments easily. And now, the internet is divided. Some people are defending Davy Jr., saying he had the right to choose his cycle. Others are saying this was unnecessary humiliation. And today, we are going to analyze this entire issue from every angle, the psychology of it, the ego, the symbolism, the competition, because Mike Kizzo was saying this is all about competition, the charity angle, the loyalty angle, the Marwa family angle, and why this kind of public conflict usually destroys community slowly from inside. This is going to be a deeper conversation, as we know, yeah, because I have to tell us everything systematically. And let me start by how everything started. Now, from the beginning, according to what people saw on camera, Davy Jr. greeted Mike Kizzo's friend warmly, smiling, friendly, normal energy. But when it came to Mike Kizzo, everything changed instantly. Kizzo stretched the hand respectfully and responds, no, 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 you are a hater. I don't like you. You are not my friend. You cannot be my friend. Hey, in front of camera, in front of people, in public, even people there outside that were speaking in Swahili asking, what did Mike Kizzo do to you? He never responded. He just turned back, walked. Maringo ring. For those who know how to Maringo ring, that is what David Jr. did. So, now let me explain the moment that exploded online, because Humiliation in public creates stronger emotional reaction than private disagreement. You know, for me, I've even seen people after humiliation, they go on and analyze themselves. So if Davy Jr. had called Kizzo privately, nobody would care. If they argued off camera, nobody would care. But public embarrassment changes everything, you know. Even maybe Maxwell Lumumba has haters. If I see somebody on camera, I cannot snub that person. I have to greet that person because you have to make your differences. Nobody, if you have beef with somebody, you do not actually manifest it to people. So subscribers begin projecting emotion. People imagine themselves in Kizzo's shoes. People start saying, what if this happens to me? Because if this could happen to me, I could be like, you know, I've even seen people crying because of being humiliated. So that is why our audience become emotional immediately. And remember something important. My Kizzo has been seen for a long time around Maro's family and cycle. The last time we saw my Kizzo with Mr. Ondari, Davy Jr.'s father, where even I was supposed to react in that video, and I think the next video from this one, I'll be talking about that because Mr. Ondari and my Kizzo, because a lot of things have been said, and we have, even for me, I have to say my part of story, what I think, what happened between my Kizzo and Mr. Ondari. Is it something good? Because the same person who has been engaging or has been showing people that he does what he call the DV, the Domestic Violence Act. Still, we find some people, some subscribers supporting that individual or sending that individual, maybe like that instance, yeah? They were talking about church. I'll be talking about that because I have to say my part of side, because you can't tell me that it is only Mr. Ondari can be given money to construct the church. The answer is big no. If somebody did an evil act, that is evil act. So people associate him with loyalty, that is my Kizzo, and people associate him with support. So when somebody publicly rejects him like that, subscribers naturally begin defending him emotionally. So because humans protect people they perceive as loyal. And let me say this. Let me tell us one thing, yeah? I went through Davy Jr.'s comment section. I went through my Kizzo's comment section. You know, I like reading what the subscribers themselves tell us. So the subscribers were saying this, yeah? Davy Jr., I think my Kizzo has done nothing wrong. And that's the reality, because for me, for the moment that I've known my Kizzo, I've known him for a while. Even there is a time I was reacting on him. But good thing about me, when you do something evil, I have to react to you. And that's the reality. But when you do something good, I have to react to you, because, you know, for me, I was like, if somebody does for me that, it could become physical. We could fight. But I really like the respect that my Kizzo showed on camera. He accepted the humiliation, but after that, Davy Jr. went to a live stream. And before that, let me discuss first Kizzo's response video, and let us talk about how Kizzo responded. And honestly, his response made many subscribers sympathize with him even more, because he looked genuinely confused. He said he honestly don't know or doesn't know where the problem started. That is a point. He did not come aggressively. He did not insult Davy immediately. He did not threaten anybody. Instead, he basically said, maybe Davy Jr. knows better. That sentence alone carries pain because it suggests I am searching for answers too. Then Kizzo introduces something very interesting, the charity competition theory. And before even I talk about the charity competition theory, let me even add something on top of that. Yeah, let me add something on top of that. I wanted to say, yeah, there is okay, there is something that has become deeper psychologically, and Kizzo suspects maybe the issue is because he's also doing charity content. There before, we have seen differences between Davy Jr. and Gintu in Mokami's construction site. We now see difference between Davy Jr. and Jose in Dancing Grandma construction site. So even for me, I'm really thinking now everything is all about charity competition. That is why I'm calling this the charity competition theory. So whether that is true or not, we cannot confirm, but psychologically it makes sense why he will suspect it. Why? Because YouTube has invisible competition, especially in lifestyle and charity content. Attention is currency, sympathy is currency, loyal audience are currency, and when two creators, two of them, begin operating in a similar emotional space, sometimes insecurity begins growing silently, not always, but sometimes, especially when audience start comparing creators. One comment saying Kizzo is more humble, another one says Kizzo is more genuine, another one saying Kizzo deserves more support, another one saying blah 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 blah. These comments can slowly poison relationships. So even when nobody says anything directly. So I looked at how Kizzo was so much emotional. It's only that he couldn't cry on camera, but it sucks a lot. Even me, I've been reacted there before. Yeah, it really sucks. Yeah, humiliated, but goodness is that I have never been humiliated. That is something good, but I take everything positively. You know, even me, it has reached a point now. I'm copying how Kizzo is responding. You know, like me, when somebody reacts to me falsely, I come aggressively and respond back. Now it is now changing me. It is changing now this narrative that you are not supposed to respond aggressively with this calling me. Let me just hang up first. Let me hang up because people don't know that people are busy. Okay. Okay, for me, I used to respond very aggressively. Yeah? And I know this has destroyed me so much because sometimes people can say Max is so humble. Then all of a sudden, you see Max is now they are bashing somebody, abusing somebody, doing this to somebody. But let us be realistic. Then Davy Jr., when he was in the live stream, he called Kizzo plastic. And let me tell us the symbolism of plastic. So, plastic, that word is not random. That word does not just come from maybe hot airs or the sky. When somebody calls another person plastic, they are basically saying you are fake, you pretend, you wear masks, you are not genuine. Ni kuanguka tena. Somebody is falling down here. Pole, let me show us. Somebody. Guys, it is business than usual. Let me just help him, then I come back, continue with the reaction. help him. Twende. Kidogo tu mtu ananipigia hapa. So the accusation is very serious online because content creation depend on authenticity. The audience wants real people. So when Davy Jr. repeatedly calls Kizzo plastic and fake, he's attacking his image directly. And notice something carefully. Davy did not merely say we are not friends. He went further. He emphasized distance. He emphasized rejection. He emphasized distrust. He emphasized a lot of things. So then that tells you that this is emotional, not usual. And this is why many subscribers are now becoming uncomfortable. So because there is a difference between setting boundaries and humiliating somebody. Big difference. You can distance yourself respectfully. That is what somebody like Davy Jr. You know, I like even the comment that Mike Kizzo said. Davy Jr. is my younger brother, and maybe he has not seen a lot of things. You know, I usually see how Davy Jr. humiliates a lot of people. I saw him humiliating people in Mama Ann's family during the bombs. I've seen him abusing even the elders. I've even seen him humiliating his own father, Mr. Ndari. So you can distance yourself respectfully, but public humiliation creates sympathy for the other sides immediately, because now who is going to lose it? Because already I've seen subscribers from Davy Jr.'s side saying, I have subscribed for you, and I have subscribed to you immediately. I saw Davy Jr. humiliating you publicly, and that is exactly what is happening right now. So let me talk about realities of YouTube friendship, and let me tell you one reality many people don't want to hear. Most YouTube friendships are fragile. Very, very, very fragile. Today you are a friend with somebody, tomorrow you are not a friend with somebody. So there is a lot of division. Instead of building bridges that people can pass, instead of building a stronger and actually an ecosystem that can bring sustainability, and you can enforce the friendship so that to be very strong. So many YouTubers are very fragile. Everybody sees themselves as they make it in life. They see themselves that they are bigger than others. You know, even for us, we are being perceived. Max is a smaller YouTuber. Why? Because cameras change human behavior. So money changes human behavior, views change human behavior, subscribers change human behavior, and I'm very sure almost 100% that this is something that was said by a subscriber. Even for me, a subscriber tried doing that to me, but I have to thank God. Even sometimes it really sucks. It really sucks a lot when somebody reveals what you people have been chatting privately. It sucks a lot. For those who have experienced this, yeah, the same person that you perceive as your friend is now biting your legs, is just pricking, yeah, your buttocks there down. So attention changes behavior. One day people are brothers, next month they become competitors. Like Davy Jr. and Mike Kizzo, they were like brothers because you could see them greeting each other, storytelling, especially when audience start comparing numbers, donations, property, popularity, and influence. And sometimes the issue is not even hatred. Sometimes it is ego collusion. So sometimes one person feels overshadowed. Sometimes iyo muziki enda nao tu. Sometimes another one feels unappreciated, yeah. And you know, Max Lumumba usually thinks about a lot of things, because when I did my reaction and said that that plot of Falaf Fashion, yeah, the name that purchased that piece of land was Mr. Ondari's name, there is a possibility maybe Mike Kizzo indirectly contacted Mr. Ondari telling him, boss, we can change the ownership and let it read my name, yeah, because I'm now in the possession of that land. You know, some things, small things can bring a lot of difference. That is a possibility. I'm not saying that that is what happens. So sometimes other people can see like it is misunderstanding, grow silently because nobody communicates properly, and then one public moment explodes everything. That handshake rejection may have looked small, but psychologically it looked like I rejected you publicly. That is why the internet exploded. That is why people have started talking. And let me talk about what Mike Kizzo himself said about the charity competition angle. Now, because this topic is very sensitive, Kizzo suspects maybe Davy feels uncomfortable because he is also doing charity work. You see, these people who are doing charity, that is why I don't want to engage myself in charity. And if I'll engage myself in charity, I have to be alone. I've seen the likes of Fellow the Boys, they have been doing charity by themselves. I've seen the likes of Otenga being themselves. That is actually when you be yourself, it becomes Ezekiel. Utapunguza hiyo muziki, utanipatia copyright, eh? Just switch it off, eh? It will give me some copyright. Even I wanted to wake up and start shaking my because the music is so good. It is called not Longomba. It is we call it not Longombas. It is called not Lingala. Yeah, it is Lingala. I'm a fan of Lingala. So I was telling us that my kids suspect maybe it can be charity, and now whether it is true or false, there is a larger reality here. Charity content on YouTube creates emotional influence. The audience become emotional attached to creators helping them. We have even seen this with Jose. Jose has been there, Davy Jr. has been there, and I've not reacted on those videos, but I think I'll be catching up because, you know, sometimes life is not bearable, yeah. And let me say this, once audience emotionally attach themselves, they start comparing creators morally. This becomes very dangerous, and one creator is called humble, another one called selfish, one called genuine, another one called proud, and creators read that. You know, even there is something that I wanted to talk about maybe the competition. The same a subscriber can reach Max Lumumba, tell him that, Max, I want you to do this for this individual. Then I go there. So without knowing this subscriber is the same subscriber is helping my friend. Then when I tell my friend now becomes, the subscriber tells that individual that I've contacted your friend to help me somewhere. So some of these content creators, it becomes too personal. They ask themselves, why me? Why him, not me? Why couldn't I do the same work that this individual has been sent to do? That is the question that a lot of people ask themselves. So these differences, some of them are being pioneered by the same subscribers, yeah, the subscribers that we love, even if they pretend not to. Human beings are emotional creatures, and when audience continuously compare personality, tensions grows quietly. So the charity angle cannot be dismissed completely, because emotionally branding on YouTube is powerful, very powerful. And one thing that we have seen in this YouTube street is all about public ego, and public ego is one thing that is extremely destructive, especially for influencers, because once pride enters public relationships, every interaction becomes performance, every greeting becomes political, every live stream becomes indirect attacks, every joke becomes suspicion, and audience fuel it further. Now both sides begin speaking through subscribers instead of direct communication. So, it is only in Jambohanse village that things that are supposed to be solved privately, they are there in the YouTube streets. It is now like YouTube judgmental system. So people, even cases, now you get that YouTube is there like a judicial system where issues are supposed to be solved instead of these things being solved privately, independently. So that is dangerous, very dangerous, because fans love drama more than reconciliation. If Max does any drama, fans will be yeah, Max has a scandal, Max has done this. So drama gives views, drama gives engagement, drama gives a reaction, but slowly it destroys relationships permanently. So, and this is why many creators who start together eventually separate bitterly, because once humiliation enters friendship, healing becomes difficult. So let me speak why subscribers support Kizzo, and I have to address this issue honestly. Why are many subscribers defending my Kizzo? Simply because my Kizzo became emotionally, people saw vulnerability. It is called vulnerability. Yeah, English that. Kizzo looked embarrassed. Kizzo looked shocked. Kizzo looked emotionally. Kizzo looked confused. And human being naturally defend people who appear humiliated publicly. And I like how my Kizzo handled this issue. He handled it maturely. And especially this happens when they feel that the punishment does not match the crime. Many viewers now will start asking, but what exactly did my Kizzo do in that live stream? Davy Jr. never told the subscriber what transmitted to what is happening. And if people cannot identify the offense clearly, they automatically sympathize with the accused person. That is basic psychology. And I remember at one point where Nico Buddha was ostracized by Maro himself, people actually, Nico Buddha got sympathy because Nico Buddha was real. Yeah, he was real. People could see, even me when I was being attacked, people could see like Max is real. Yeah, no issues. Even though, sometimes when you become very bitter, you speak some issues that you are not even supposed to, you are not even supposed to speak. So Kizzo, on another thing, Kizzo thinks that helping Kizzo is this. Kizzo appears calmly in public, and that's the reality. So when one side appears emotionally and aggressive, while the other one appears confused and calm, audience sympathize with calmer side firstly. That is exactly what is happening online. So let me tell, and this message is going to Davy Jr. maybe by sending, yeah, and I have to analyze the hidden symbolism behind Davy Jr.'s behavior. Sometimes public rejection is not about hatred. Sometimes it is about sending a message, a warning, a boundary, a declaration. David may be trying to communicate, I choose who enters my cycle, or I don't trust certain energies around me, or I refuse fake friendships. So, but the problem is how the message was delivered. Delivered matters, tone matters, timing matters, but public humiliation always changes audience perception. Always. And now, instead of people discussing Davy's boundaries, they are discussing his behavior. That is the consequence of public creation or a public reaction. So, at the end of the day, this situation is sad because it slowly shows how quickly relationship in the content creation world is collapsing publicly. One handshake refusal, and now the internet is analyzing loyalty, betrayal, ego, jealousness, competition, and charity wars. So that tells us this issue was probably deeper than one moment. There were emotions already building silently, and unless both sides communicate privately, this thing may continue escalating. But one lesson viewers should learn is this: never humiliate people publicly. If you once did that, or you share the space with them, because audience remember humiliation longer than explanation. Because let's say, for example, right now Davy Jr. receives humiliation, people will be saying that the other time it was somebody else, he humiliated somebody publicly. Now today is him being humiliated. Yeah, so this now shows how sympathy shifts online. So it becomes very difficult to reverse public opinion. Right now, many people feel my Kizzo was embarrassed publicly and unnecessarily. Others believe Davy has reasons why we do not fully understand. But one thing is certain: this beef is no longer small, and if it continues publicly, it may divide audience even more. Remember, even Marwa, when if all actually, because I saw another people dragging some other individual, maybe it was because he was seen with somebody else, maybe my Kizzo was seen with a hater, something like that. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure about that. I'm not very sure about that. Yeah, because I've seen a name being dragged in the same case, but I don't want to really speak about it, because never engage yourself in things you don't know about. So I was saying this: when Marwa and Mayugno, their friendship was like, it was the end of their friendship. Yeah, we could see still Davy Jr. associating with Mayugno, and yet Marwa was not associating with Mayugno, because one thing about this YouTube street: if you hate Max, and maybe Max in this camp, if you Max, maybe you hate Max, or this camp will hate this Max. So Davy Jr. should realize that never carry your enemies to other people. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think Davy Jr. overreacted, or do you think he has hidden reasons the audience does not know yet? And this story is getting deeper every day. Let us comment there, show love. I think I was to show us how. Let me just show you something small here, so that we realize what is happening. Yeah, I was saying, let me show us what is happening in these construction sites. You see, I wanted these sand to get finished. One tipper of hardcore is done. So one tipper of stones is done. Yeah, say hi to the camera. Museme hi.
Hi.
Yes. Oh, hi. Say hi to the camera.
Hi.
Say your name.
My name is Kizzo.
Oh, my brother, my younger brother. This is our last born when it comes to boys, second last in the family. So this is what is happening. So I have some briefs here, but right now as I'm speaking, everything is in a mess. I'll be holding everything, yeah, holding everything until when I'll be getting money. So that is the situation that I'm really undergoing right now, yeah. So everything slowly by slowly, pole pole, no hurry in Africa, nothing. So everything is stuck. Everything is stuck. Yeah, this is the ballast it came. We have some sand, we have a lot of things here. Our store is over here, so I think I'll be ending this video from there. They closed that. So yeah, we are trying to build a toilet. It is called a toilet or what. So for those who want to see everything that is happening here, just go. Kwani ulirudi Lucas? Yeah, if you want to see everything that is happening here, just slowly by slowly, in a vibe with Lumwa, let me show us the well, how everything is proceeding in the well. Yeah, we are covering everything. We are not going to leave anything open. Yeah. Yeah. Fundi, mambo vipi? Uko fiti? Ni kazi baada ya kazi.
Kazi baada ya kazi.
Na ndio side moja iko imenyanyuka sana.
Yaani hiyo.
Hiyo huko juu.
Hii.
Yeah.
Unajua huko ni chini
Na huko ni juu.
Lazima uirudishe huko.
Yeah.
Ndio.
Washamaza kuchota maji. Si wangejaza kitu kabisa nitawasaidia vizuri.
Ni mengi.
Ni mengi. Yatatosha leo. Sawa. Uzuri mtoni wataenda peke yao. Si ndio? Yeah, they'll go by themselves. Yeah, so everything is taking shape. So we are trying to cover this well so that, you know, a lot of kids who are playing here, you can see even this fence. This fence is totally destroyed, yeah. So having said that, let me end this video. From that point, let us join Vibe with Lumumba. Let us make that YouTube channel be monetized. Goodbye for now. Until next time, goodbye.